recent years, as more and more women become more comfortable pursuing higher education and become aware of what opportunities are available to them, which hasn't been the case in the past, the gender gap between a lot of disciplines has been narrowing. And this is true for a lot of disciplines, but there are still a few where there is a very large gender gap, and the question is, why is that the case? One field in particular that is seeing this very severely is engineering, where about 10 to 18%, and 18 is the highest, usually, are women. And why is this the case? And is this necessarily a problem that we need to address? Maybe girls just aren't interested, and that's fine because they're doing something that they may prefer. But after doing some research and from my own experience, I don't think this is the case. I do think that a lot of girls are very interested in pursuing this, but there are a lot of external factors that are limiting them, and it is in our best interest to encourage not just girls, but boys as well, to pursue whatever degree they feel more comfortable doing. Some of the factors that I think influence a lot of people from pursuing a degree that they might be interested in is social support. I know that in my case, I had a lot of this social support in terms of my family was very supportive. My parents always encouraged all of us to pursue degrees, and in particular electrical engineering, which my sister did before. My brother was a very positive influence in my life as well. He completed his degree in mechanical engineering. And he not only helped me to understand that I'm capable, even though I'm a girl and I have other interests, but I can do both. I can be interested in playing with dolls, and I can also be interested in playing with video games and more technical things. And I think that that's something that a lot of girls don't get. They get a very one-sided view in terms of, oh, you should do something, play with these dolls, learn how to cook, which is great. But it limits them, and it doesn't provide them an opportunity to see what else is out there, something that they might have a natural talent for. I know that for my cousin, she did not have the kind of support system that I did. Her parents were not as encouraging for her to pursue engineering. They wanted her to pursue something more traditionally feminine. And she was very interested in pursuing her degree in civil engineering. And even though her aunt, uncle, my parents, and our family were extremely supportive of her trying it out and seeing if it would be something she'd like. But when she started taking classes, and she immediately had this view that it's really difficult, I can't do it, I'm not smart enough, and I should just, this is not my thing. But something that's important to remember is that it's difficult for everyone. It's not because you're a girl or you're dumb or any of those reasons. It's a very, very complex field, and it takes a while to get into it and to understand. And that kind of support system is, I feel that men have it a little bit more in terms that they are used to, well, for one thing, there's more of them, so they kind of, oh, this is hard, oh, yeah, it is, so we should go figure it out, so it's not just me. But girls may not feel as comfortable to immediately jump in and start talking to other people. So they feel very alone. And I think that's a cycle that builds on itself. And I don't think it needs to be the case, because if we can encourage girls to be more comfortable and that they're not alone, I think that there's a lot of talent that can help the industry grow. And another very important part that I think is often overlooked is that grades are extremely important, but this is going back to the lack of social support. As boys and girls grow, usually the math grades are about the same, and then at a certain point, there becomes a very big divide. And the question is, why does this happen? Is there some sort of natural, or is it an influence? And of course, there is no single agreed conclusion why this is the case, but some conclusions are that there are social influences. That girls should not be focusing on this. This is not important. They should be focusing more on the social aspects, which is a very important idea in itself. And I think that as these different unique perspectives, they grow from both the male and female points of views, I think that is also something that is very valuable. So I don't think that we should necessarily completely cut off all contact through the different influences, but just let it develop naturally and give everybody the opportunity. Because our world is becoming more and more technologically advanced and complex, and we really do need all the help we can get to make our world better. Thank you.